Hello guys, welcome back to my Artcuhli Plus Architecture Education channel. As promised to you, I will always give you the first part about something about architectural education, and second part about some story about architectural colleges, what is happening there, and give some idea about what are you facing in architectural education today in the name of all the so-called architecture colleges actually. So watch both parts. Part A for education, part B to be alert about what our college is doing, and if any student who want to take admission anywhere in India, he can WhatsApp me a query about the college where he is taking admission, and I will give reply whether it is a good college or bad college from my personal experience. Mostly, I know almost all colleges of India. I have physically taught in 30 colleges, and I have visited physically not less than 250 to 300 colleges. And other colleges also, I have some idea through other people, references, and other things actually. So you can always send me a message on my this WhatsApp number and we reply to you. So today my topic is about what the first year architecture students should do uh, to be, you know, how they should look at the first year actually. So I will talk for both for students and also for college authorities actually. Uh, who want to listen to my video and take my advice actually. So let's begin with the college authorities first actually. So first of all, actually, you see, while giving admission, actually, I would expect that you conduct a small interview, apart from the marks of NATA and PCM and other things, rank. You at least talk to student, and I would say at least principal level should talk to student and give him idea about what your college is going to do and what is ahead for the student. Also, reassure the parents. Mostly, the parents of the student are there on that day while they are taking admission, while paying the fees. So I would expect at least principal to talk to each and every student who's admitted, which is not so difficult actually. Or if you are being if you are taking in a management seat, then also you should interview the students and don't give any impression that you are very keen to admit everybody who has money. That is not a good strategy actually. So I remember very distinctly in one college where I was principal actually. I introduced the system of interviews actually. And then I saw some parent who was also himself architect actually, and he brought his son to meet me, and also he knew one of the trustees of the management actually. So he was super confident and he was come prepared to pay the fees for his son's admission actually. And then I told this parent of the student to please sit outside. I will ask some questions to your son actually. He was surprised, but then he agreed because he had no go. And then while interviewing, also I keep some assistant professor with me, two if possible, or at least one. And then we start. Then we ask general questions, we see the sketchbook and we ask general questions about tell me some names of architects in your where you are living, or tell me the names of the buildings you know where you are living, or in that state, or in a city, or in India, or anywhere in the world. So this student who had come, I asked him about does he know any architect other than his father. He said no. So I told him, do you know any building in the state where you're living? He said no. Then I asked him, do you know any building in India? He said no. Then I asked him, do you know any building anywhere in the world? He said no. And I was surprised. I was surprised that he is son of an architect and he doesn't know anything about architecture. And then I checked with my colleague also, and also I checked his sketchbook and all that. Was something great to support actually. So I told that please come after 5 days, come prepared with more information, and then we will take an interview after 5 days, and we'll see what to do that time. I sent it back actually. So you see, this is in management should also. Every institute should conduct minimum some interaction with students to understand where they are entering actually, what they are what they are doing actually. So by doing this process, I gave the feeling to everybody that it's not easy just to show money and some minimal marks of NATA and some this and get into this college. So this impression goes there. So everybody get the message. So those who also got admission also they feel better that we are lucky we got admission in this college. And then even the management seat they get good amount of fees actually. So I give confidence to management that you will get good fees and everything as per the demand what is required actually. So these strategies I followed actually, and then regarding other things. Now about this same boy, let me continue. When he came again, I don't know, I was satisfied, not satisfied, but I think second time when he came, I don't know, we gave him the admission on that. But then let me tell you, my hunch was right. He couldn't get through in the first year actually, he failed. And then his father again he came to college. He was fighting with me. I called concerned faculty and I called HOD and I told him to talk to them what is happening. The concerned teacher brought all the assignment marks, assessment mark, attendance, all that, and they showed that he's doing very poorly actually. He's not performed throughout the year. So how we can pass him just like that actually? So something happened and then he took his son away and actually I felt very sorry for them. I felt very sorry for the boy's mother actually. And actually at one point I had talked to this mother that to run the practice of your husband. Your son doesn't have to be an architect. He can be also an MP or anything, and he has to just manage the team of designers employed by your husband. So they not necessarily has to become architect. And I think that advice they took seriously, and then they sent him to some other management course actually. So something good must have happened out of all this interaction, I hope, and that boy must be doing well now. So you see what I am saying, interview helps in some way to understand everything. And other than that, I think most of the college people now know there is some orientation program actually. So in this orientation program, actually, some colleges they do it for 3 days minimum. Some people, I don't know, some colleges may be doing for 1 day. Some colleges may not be doing at all actually, and some colleges may be stretching it for 1 week. I'm not very sure actually. So I feel 3 days is more than enough actually. So in these 3 days, what is the idea? The idea is not to, the students can compete. They have some hands-on exercise on that. There are also, some special workshops are kept. Some outside speakers and outside people who do some special workshops are brought actually. And also the internal teachers also do something actually. So this also you can take information, the principal director can take information from the teachers what they would like to do during this orientation program. Some come and volunteer is something, and otherwise also it is very easy to manage. So some assignment like something like sketching or hands-on with some modeling, some materials. The idea is not to compete. There should not be any stress of marking No student should be given any rank, no marks, no prizes should be given for getting right anything. Nothing should be done. It is just a fun thing, and it is more like should to give to feeling to students that this is an enjoyable process. You have come to right place to become an architect, and that is the idea. So sometimes I feel that some colleges they just start away with the course, and sometimes they also the very first class of AD they will ask them to go and measure the uh, watchman's cabin or gate or something. And I think that is very poor way of inviting a student to architecture course. It is like when somebody comes first time in your home as a guest, and then you tell this guest, hey, okay, wait. There are some dirty utensils in my kitchen sink, and there are some dirty clothes in my tub in my bathroom. First, go and wash that first, and then you come out, and then I will see whether I can serve you tea or some biscuit. So that is how you are talking to your guest actually, who's coming first time in your home. It is as bad as that actually. So I feel that orientation is like these students are guests of architecture course. So you give them feeling you're welcome, you show them the best of the thing, and slowly, ultimately, of course, they have to go and wash utensils in sink, and they also have to wash clothes in the bathroom tub. But that will be postponed for some time. That's what is the idea of orientation program actually. And also, I have some advice to young assistant professors or associate professors that don't be very keen to talk to students in such a way to give them the architectural perspective of looking at things and all that high language, bombastic language, and those high-ending words, high-sounding words to students. Don't start it too early. I prefer it in a way that the innocence of the first year students that is itself is the mother of the creativity. So let that innocence continue actually, for some time actually, and take the creativity from that innocence of the first students as much as possible. And when that dries up, then only you start, coaching them, tutoring them, talking about our way of looking at things, our way of solving things, our way of approaching things, and all that actually. So this I would prefer actually. And these young students sometimes need encouragement first. So whenever I am called to judge any assignments of first year students, the first thing I look good things in the assignment actually, and I praise those. These are the very wonderful things you've done, very nicely done. And then slowly I put the weak part. This was something wrong here, something wrong here. If I have done all this would have been a fantastic thing actually. So this gives them, positivity about our sensitivity, our humanistic approach, and our psychologically, dealing with them in a nice way with kid gloves and all that actually. And my dealing with frustrators is completely different level actually. I make them so comfortable. Students sometimes a first year student, they say, so what is this? You give only 6 marks, you give 8 marks to this student, what is this? And they're like, so okay. You want to get 8 marks, okay, do this much improvement, do something, and then let me see, show me again. So this is how I want them to think that there are more chances, and there is scope for improvement. They work hard, they're motivated, they want to do something, and it goes very nice actually. They're very comfortable actually. I am not very eager to discipline first year people too early unless there are strong complaints from my teachers, co-teachers, and other people, and who have very strong case that there is a serious indiscipline and serious lack of application of mind, or seriousness of purpose to study properly. So unless that is evident from the behavior of students, take it easy for first year people. So this is a small thing I talked to about this teachers and college people. Regarding students, you see students actually, you are going in architecture course actually. So normally I tell students that you are coming in the right place actually, and I begin always that architecture is not about bread and butter. It's all about culture actually, and it's all about finding order in everything you see around you actually, and your life will become wonderful actually. Your every second will be look like you're always working, because when you're looking at anything, you're looking at space, you're looking for order, or lines and volumes and massing and voids and all that, and patterns or rhythms and all that. So, or if you're reading a book, you're looking at a book cover and contents and all that, the stories and the events, how they are written, the language, the words, the graphics, the text size, everything, the way they are paragraphed, the way they are referenced. So the mind is always working. If you're watching a movie, you're looking at a camera angle, you're looking at the lights, you're looking at stunts, you're looking at visual effects, you're looking at the sound effects, you're looking at the camera angles, and so many other things. So always you are absorbing things. You're in a working mode. You're in a you have a sense of purpose of everything around you actually. So being in architecture is a very good step, and if you have any inclination that you want to do something else, then also architecture can become a good base degree for you actually, to take another course actually, whatever you have in your mind actually. So as I told you in one of my earlier videos, that I see a lot of IPS, IFS and IAS people, and also taking architecture as a base degree. Also some defense personnel also feel that architecture is a good base degree. So these are the architecture gives you humanistic, holistic, and pragmatic approach to deal with the complicated problems actually. So that gives another out of box thinking approach to solving problems in any faculty actually. So you are in the right place. Then I would say that time management is essential in architecture course. So be alert from day one actually. So when it comes to theory of subject, take the syllabus and whatever subjects are there, and go to college library, the books, you can read them, or you can buy some books if they are costing not more than 300 rupees per book. So those books also you can buy and read them, and you can also go to internet or go to YouTube videos and apprise yourself with the subject even before the subject is taught in college actually. And that is the ideal way of doing it actually. And then sorry, whenever any assignment is given to you, make sure that you do in a very reasonable time actually. So actually you should finish the assignment on the same day. If not same day, then you should start in such a way that before the due date it is finished. Okay? So you have to do backward timing also sometimes. And if you are looking for any particular mood by which you will do it in a very fantastic way, you can wait for that mood. But the luxury of waiting is only maximum 1 hour actually. Because after that, whether you are in mood or not, whether you like it or not, you have to sit on table and start your assignment actually. You don't have luxury of more than 1 hour to wait for the mood actually. So that is the discipline of architecture. So you have to start this discipline from day one in first year to in your courses actually. So once you do assignments properly and you get involved and you get some praise from your teachers, then you will understand the process, you understand the loop of encouragement, the hard work, sweating, and encouragement, appreciation. So you would like to kind of repeat this loop always. And when you keep repeating this loop many times, your confidence will go high, and you will be always happy and enjoying your process. Now, if you do other way around, if you postpone your assignments, then when you will do it in a very less time, or you will do it in a very bad way, or if you don't do it, then you will get reduced marks for late submission. So all those things will give you additional stress actually. So this will make the whole process not very enjoyable actually, and it will make you very stressed, and you will be able to attend your colleges properly. Sometimes you bunk your classes to finish the assignment. Then again you suffer on those classes also, and then those assignments will get postponed. So again you suffer there. So this is a cycle for disaster actually. But this all begins with not giving any one assignment of any one subject on time. So that is why try to give all subject assignment on time, before time. Start early. Do everything something, and study also, read books also, go to YouTube videos also, go to library also. All this you have to do. Now, being architect students, you have to take responsibility. If somebody can say, sir, you are scaring us. This is only first year. Why are you putting so harsh conditions? Actually, I'm not putting harsh conditions. I'm putting that as I told you earlier in one of my videos, that you have to do architecture course like a sportsman going pro. See, look at the sportsman going pro. When he goes pro, he goes to under an expert coach training. Then he takes care of his diet. He takes care of his regime of exercise. He takes care of his regime of training, and he follows it meticulously. Why? Because he wants to be successful. And why? Because he trusts the coach 100%. Why? Because he has bigger goals. He has those gold medals he will get in front of his eyes. He has that glory he will bring to his country before his eyes. So that motivates him every day to do best, to give his 100%. So in a similar fashion, doing architecture is like sportsmen going pro. You are under the coach of teachers. You are under the coach of Artcuhli plus me as your teacher and other people. And you have to listen to our advice. You have to follow what we are saying sincerely. Work very hard, proactively from day one actually. And I say to normally when I interact with students and students' parents, when I told earlier some advice to principals to interact with all students. This is what exactly I do. I tell students that you have to forget any social life for another from today 10 years. 5 years in architecture college when you will be studying, and another 5 years after architecture college when you will be working it to gain experience. This 10 years, if you are 100%, then after that the balance life of 50, 60, 70 years goes very smooth for you actually. That's all. You have to sacrifice all these luxuries of social life, missing some Onam celebrations or Deval celebrations or Navratri celebrations, depending on which part of India you are in actually. And the balance rest of your life, you can have the best Onam Sadhya foods, you can best sweets of Diwali, and you can burst so many crackers, all green crackers I hope, in future for rest of your life. So this is what I am saying actually. The first students have to lay the foundation of architecture course. They have to really take it very seriously. And then if you form bad habits in the early part of your course, it is very difficult to rectify these mistakes in future actually. Very difficult for your other teachers, in future teachers to coach you actually. Very difficult actually. And that is why actually when I was a principal actually I would always prefer to go to those colleges where I start the course with the students. That time I am able to control their habits and everything from day one actually. But if I have to go to some students where already the college has started and students are senior, they are in third year or fourth year, still I go. Why? Because I think this teach batch somehow I'll push them. The new batch I will try to control them and give them some good habits, and then see what happens actually. So this I have done successfully while I was principal in 3 colleges in India actually. In one college, I was actually founding principal. In other two colleges, I had senior students, but then I managed very well actually with both. Of course, I had to work very hard for senior students who were getting or who got very bad habits actually. But I worked hard and I controlled them actually. And new students, I gave good habits actually. So this is very important for freshers students. Be really serious about your course. Listen to your teacher, listen to Artcuhli Plus. I'm your coach now, and I hope you are liking my videos and subscribing my videos and recommending videos to your friends. And so in nutshell, I give you a lot of things actually. And first, guys, please get your equipments as advised by your college principals. Get good papers in stock. Get all the modern making materials to keep in stock, and all those things you can ask your friends which are the good stationery shop in your town or near your home, and source all these materials advance actually. I found many times students are stressed out to buy material at last moment, run here and there. So there are some modern materials which are normally used. So you can bring these materials in bulk actually. So this all sometime I'll take a special class for materials and all that sometime in future, where I will list out things and all that and help you actually. So keep all materials and all equipments handy all the time, and keep your mindset always sharp and ready to do your assignment, study hard, obey your teachers, obey architecture Artcuhli Plus systems, and then I think you'll be very comfortable. So thank you, Dad. See you when I see you again. Bye. So guys, welcome back to Artcuhli Plus. As I was telling you, I'll tell you about some systems of architecture colleges of India actually. So today I want to talk to you about what are the things happening in Mumbai, where I worked in most of my part as an architect actually. So as an architect, I worked in Mumbai for I worked for 24 years in India. So I worked roughly 13 years abroad. So almost 11 years I worked in India as an architect actually. And as a teacher out of 13 years, I taught at least 4 years in Mumbai. The balance years I worked outside Mumbai actually. The 4 and 11, 15 years I worked in Mumbai actually. So out of these 4 years of teaching in Mumbai, I went to most of the colleges in Mumbai actually. So there are some issues in colleges in Mumbai. I will not name any colleges actually. It will be very bad and offensive for the college. But generally I can talk otherwise. You see. Let's say some general things actually. So there are colleges and there are colleges. So what are different colleges? The first thing is that there are some government colleges and there are government aided colleges. So these are there actually. So you can Google them, which are there. So about this, I tell you that in Mumbai, people who have money, they prefer private colleges more than the government colleges. You understand? So unlike some other states actually, like in Kerala, if a student gets in government colleges in BR, and parents also come to know that they are getting admission in government college, then they will never go to any private college. This is the preferred things in Kerala, which I came to know when I was working there for 4 years actually. So if any parent or any student say that I preferred a private college instead of getting admission in government college, please message me actually. I would be very glad to know your story actually. So this is generally, you see, the The parents and students of Mumbai are very aware of architecture course actually. So they prefer private colleges actually. And then they are private colleges who belong to trust, and they are private colleges which belong to some political parties actually. Now there are issues everywhere. So, but political parties actually, you see what happens actually. Say, for example, political party belongs to X party, another political party, and by some process the students are failed in that college. Due correct process actually. Teachers have worked very hard, all that, and principal also work very hard, all that, and the students are failed. So I came to know many examples where some students, like 140 students, are failed by teachers, and some students they went to some opposition party, against say party B actually, and these opposition parties workers and other people they came to principal's office and they made ruckus and they said something, I don't know what they said, and principal was forced to pass these 140 students. And then these teachers, maybe 9 or 10 teachers who were part of this 140 students, they got upset and they also resigned en masse. So I happened to go to teach in some of these colleges actually, and then the principals told me privately that their owner bosses, they're telling them that you give sessionals to students but are working very hard, and you also give them internal and give them attendance also like that, and don't create any trouble for me and all that, and this is happening, and principals are rising actually, and I was shocked. I said, what the hell is this actually? So these things are happening actually. I couldn't name the colleges actually, but things are happening. So if guys who are taking admission in Maharashtra or any political bosses anywhere in India, actually, this will be the same scenario actually, everywhere actually. So be careful and check with me when you're taking admission anywhere in India. Message me, and from my experience, if I know something about that college, whatever information I have, I'll share with you privately, and we'll try to keep ourselves safe. So this is one part. The other part is that how the compromise happens. I tell you, even if the college is trust or privately owned, here the principals and college management they have formed a system whereby the teachers are taken by references. So actually, let me explain to you what is reference. Reference means what? Suppose I want to go and get employed in this privately owned or trust-owned college. I want to get employed there as a teacher. So this principal, if I go and meet him directly, the principal will not entertain me. He will take my CV and all that. He will say nice things. Okay, we keep in our database and we'll call you and all that. But he will not hire me. Okay. So what is the problem? The problem is that I have not got any reference for him. So what is the reference now? The reference is the principal knows some people, and one of these people will recommend my name, that this guy is a teacher, so he is referencing me to him, so then he will hire me. So somebody can ask them, what is the difference actually? The difference is this, that if I go to that college and if I do anything which the principal will think is causing trouble to him, then he will tell the reference, the person who referred me, that tell your guy he's creating trouble for me, to please tell him to behave actually. So this is how it works actually. So basically, I feel I am taking offense to this system actually, because actually, it is like, I don't know how to put it, like, the principals and the vice principals and the owners of this college, they think they don't have a mind of their own to discuss all this on their own actually. They need a person, a reference person, to control these teachers actually. So what is happening? All teachers, so how the education compromise, all the teachers are behaving in certain manner, the way the person who referred to them expects them to actually. You understand? So that means there are no harsh debates. There are no like you cannot fight with other teachers to do something good for the students and all that, which actually normally should happen. Like if some students are really working hard and something is happening, and some teachers are they are having some other views, so the teachers will actually they will argue against on each other's case, and things will happen actually. And this is how a healthy education system works actually. So if this is compromised actually, then what happens? The teachers come and they do some, they talk something, they teach subject and all that. But I think in all this whole process, teaching architecture is gone, it's missing actually. Because teaching architecture is not as teaching subject actually. This whole process actually. So I always tell people, to take my people that I don't teach subject, I teach. I teach skill sets to students how to perform as architect. So this is not same as teaching subject and all that. So sometimes this all these privately owned colleges and the principal working in these colleges, sometimes they tell me that you are talking the same thing what we are talking, but you are using different words actually. So I was saying I was that using the right words, the correct words to speak my ideas. That's the whole thing is about architecture is a part which I am actually working hard on it. It's not actually same thing. Those words are a real focal point of explaining things. If you don't use same words which I speak sometimes, if you're using different words, I feel somewhere it is getting compromised. So I don't know actually. I actually sometimes I come in I'm down, and even though I know so many things, even though I'm confirmed and sure about things, still I always give benefit doubt to the person. But I know that person very well. That I think he never made a building in his life, but he told me that I was teaching in that college working drawings actually. He said, you don't know how to teach working drawing, you don't know working drawing. I said, what the hell? I have been making buildings for 24 years of my life. Out of that 15 years I made my own working drawings for myself for 15 years actually. And I have made a 50-story building, 30-story building, most complex building on earth actually. In Dubai, in Riyadh, in Qatar, in Bangkok, and in so many countries, Uganda. And you say I don't know working drawing? You see, you get a feeling. Now this guy is telling me you don't know how to teach working drawing. Why? Because something happened there. Now, I don't want to elaborate about all that. The point is that this guy is telling I use different words, so you can get a feeling who's right here actually. So those words are important actually. They are specific words for everything in architecture. These are not so interchangeable actually, easily. You understand? So guys, be careful. Either you are compromised by going into politically bosses own colleges, or even if a privately trust or a privately owned colleges, you compromise because they take teachers only to reference. Both ways you are compromised. Now I wouldn't say that they are not good colleges who are not following any of these two systems. There may be one or two colleges, maybe I'm saying, because I don't want to name anybody. I don't want to give you sad picture of Mumbai actually, or Maharashtra I would say. So there may be some colleges in around who may not be going either of the thing. They may not be political bosses owning the college, or trust owned but not going through reference, but hiring teachers by direct interaction on merit, maybe. So if you have any doubt about any architecture colleges around in anywhere in India, message me, and if I know something, I'll give you answer. So enough for today about colleges, and just be aware of everything what studying, where you're studying, where you put up. So that is why you need Artcuhli Plus, because if you are in one of these colleges, then I will give you all that discussions about good things about architecture through my discussion talks and all that right words to describe everything. It will go in your mind and you will be comfortable emotionally to study architecture in proper way and move forward to good career and good life. So thank you there. Thanks for watching Artcuhli Plus. Please like, subscribe my channel, forward my videos to your friends. Let's make more the merrier. Thank you for everything. Bye. So now I will turn to our students, first year students, and that is Anyan Alavarayum Swagatam Jayanu. I welcome you all. I welcome you all to our first year. And you see now what are you getting at Holy Christian College of Architecture? See, first of all, I would tell you that you are coming to an institute where your seniors are really very good students. You see, there is something called that a person is known by the company he keeps. Now I am adding to that, a person also learns from the company he keeps. So you are in a very good company of your seniors, and I will tell you here, the students of Holy Christian of Architecture are really a case study in themselves, because they are really self-motivated, self-driven, very hard-working, and I understand they are learning from each other more than they are learning from teachers. But I'm sure teachers are also doing their part. But I understand that students learn from each other more. So I would tell the first year students, please observe your seniors, your immediate seniors in S3, then again other seniors in S5, maybe the S7 and S9 are much more senior to you. But I'm sure you will get opportunity when you come to college in offline mode to interact with all your friends in Holy Christian, and you can always exchange notes with them and proceed. So that is the first thing I would tell my first year students, that you are in good company, the company of students who are really self-motivated, self-driven, and very hard-working. Now this I am not telling just to be polite, because I have been teaching 11 years in architecture institutes, and I've seen roughly 8,500 students in my life actively, and I can place them where they are. And I know one thing, I can understand the characteristics of good students. First of all, they are very silent, they are very focused, they listen very keenly, they speak less. This I've observed in my first batch of students in some institute in Mumbai, which was supposed to be one of the best in Mumbai now. They were very, very serious people, so they will speak very, very less actually. I see the same quality in the students of Holy Christian College of Architecture. Very, very silent. They speak more with their works, with their assignments, than with words. So first year students, please understand this. You are not only come to a good college, a competent college, but you also come to a college where students are also competent students. They are the best lot. I can certify today they are the best lot in Kerala among the private institutes. I can certify that with a lot of confidence actually. Then I would also proceed to tell you something about myself. You know, in all these 11 years of teaching, I must have worked in some 27 institutes roughly, and I had some idea of what is happening in architecture institutes. I found that
with due respect, with council procedures of inspection, all that, the quality control, I still found that some of the institute they had teachers, they were teaching wrong things to the students. They never made a building in their life. They were assuming what a building can, how the building can be designed and executed, and assuming things they were teaching to students. So I found some of them were wrong practices. So I made some point in my mind that whenever I am free, I am not very busy in practicing, I should be always be with students and make sure that they get right instructions, right guidance, and right knowledge. So that is my mission. I'm actually trying to help students. I wouldn't say I'm a good teacher. I'm actually, I wouldn't say that, because I don't like teaching. I find that teaching is a little boring, and also it is not very well paid in India, and also not so much respectable. Also, you don't get respect so easily actually. But what I saw that when I help students, the respect I saw in the eyes of students, the love I saw in the eyes of students, I really felt good about that. So whatever the circumstances of the institute, whether they had good teachers or they had good director or they had good owners, I carried on with my mission silently, be with my students, help them in whatever way I can help them. I customize my teaching pedagogy as per the requirement of that particular college. You understand? So if some college needs something, I'll give that to them. If the other college needs something else, I'll give that to them. So now I am also customizing my pedagogy in Holy Christian College of Architecture, and I am beginning. The only way I can, the way forward in Holy Christian is I keep praising the students as long as I get opportunity, and I will say that you are the best lot. You are the our inspiration. I would say you are our assets, and we are building on you. So all our faculty, my ideas of chairman sir are revolving around you. So please be rest assured, we are here to make you comfortable, make you study in a proper atmosphere, and give you best of everything within the resources what we have. And let me also tell you that uh, my idea of where I want to see Holy Christian in next 3 to 4 years. Right now, I am understanding the Holy Christian is already having good lead. We are in top 10 in Kerala in among private colleges. But I want to tell all students and parents of first year and also other students, I want to see Holy Christian in top 3 in next 3 years. And this is achievable. And please understand this. I am not. I am aware of competition in Kerala. I am aware of strengths of other institutes because I am already in Kerala since 3 years now. In spite of knowing all that, I know everything. What are the strengths of other institutes? In spite of that, I am confident that with the background of good students, even with the background of good teachers, the Holy Christian College of Architecture teachers are fantastic teachers. They are doing fantastic job in AD. The AD is the strongest subject in Holy Christian College of Architecture. And I never, I've been now here almost 2.5 months. Teachers are giving a lot of submissions in S5, S3, and maybe S7, S9 also. None of the students came to me with a request that sir, please postpone this submission. That is fantastic actually. That is fantastic actually. This is really very very powerful emotion actually. So we are building on you, students. You are our assets. Please remember this. And also, I would also thank the parents of first year students. I know that the current pandemic has put a lot of struggle for incomes and work. In spite of that, you managed to take admission in Holy Christian. You paid the fees. So my heart is with you. Also, my heart is with existing students. I'm also identifying with the struggles of the students of existing students whose parents are really putting up against a lot of hardship, and still they are paying our fees in 100%, and that is really inspiring me. I want to assure students that every rupee you pay in during this pandemic time, I am answerable to every rupee. I will give you value for money for every rupee you pay. This is my guarantee and my assurance. I will work hard to make sure that you get value for your money. Then I would also tell something about. I'll be very brief. I don't want to take more time actually, and I'm going to tell you that all the students first year. Please understand that there are three miracles happening in front of you. What are these three miracles? One is that you are choosing architecture. This itself is a miracle. Actually. Why it is miracle? Because architecture is not about bread and butter. You can make bread and butter by studying anything. But architecture is about making a human being, cultured human being. It will give you a way of life. You understand? After today, not a single second of yours will be boring, nor not a single second of your life will be unproductive. Whatever you do in your life, whether you watch a movie or read a book or watch a drama, or you just go around looking around the shops, you look at signages, you look at furniture, you look at the way buildings are put up, it all become a case study, all become a feeder to your brain to find order in things around you and always learn from those things around you. So you are always a student. It's a way of life. So this is the first miracle. The second miracle is that particularly these first year students, look at you what you are now. You will be a lot of nervous. This is your first day in architecture college, and you'll be just worried. What will happen to me? Will I be able to study? All that will be going in your mind. But believe me, trust the process of architecture school. Every week you will learn something in college. You will go every week in the beginning, then every month, then every semester, then every year. By the time you give your thesis and you get your degree in final year, you won't believe that you are the same person who was there today. That is the transformation architecture school does to you. So that itself is a miracle. Actually. And the third miracle which is happening everywhere is that the teachers of architecture, they are putting tremendous effort. In spite of all hardship they face in their personal life, they may have financial hardship, they may have any other hardship, but still they always come every day to college to be with you, to help you, to make sure that you get the comfort of guidance, you get the comfort of pedagogy being made interesting for you. This is a miracle in itself. Because I am very much sure, and Professor Vijay Garg will also endorse me, that no architecture college in India pays so much fantastic salary to teachers, nor they are able to give so much respect to teachers that they will be very comfortable. But teachers are still fantastic people, fantastic character, fantastic endeavor, fantastic commitment. That is a miracle. So these miracles are happening at Holy Christian College of Architecture, and now Holy Christian have no other way but go up and up, up and up, and within no time will be in top 3 in Kerala among the private colleges in Kerala. And I also again thank once again Chairman Sir for making me director over here, and I also thank Professor Vijay Garg for accepting our invitation in very short notice. And with this, one more time, last time, first year students, Nan Elavarayum Swagatam Kiannu. Over to you, Shruti.